In this video, I'm going to show you how to contact Lyft support in the Lyft driver app. This is super important. Now, this is super quick and easy to do. All you're going to do is, of course, go to the Lyft driver app, click the icon in the upper left-hand corner. Scroll down, go to Get Help, and then the Help Center. Once you do, you're then going to scroll all the way down again and go to Chat with Lyft support. When this initially pops up, it is going to be like a bot or one of those kind of like auto-generated things that just gives you like generic text responses, right? It's like an AI. It is that simple. Now, a couple of things I want to say is like pro tips. One is when you're talking to this AI bot, this chat bot, I do suggest maybe like giving the point that you have to make, like the reason why you're contacting them, and then say, talk to a customer representative, talk to a human, however you want to say it, because this is a big thing. They're going to try, of course, this happens, I feel like, a lot now. They're going to try to keep it within that chat. It's just a lot easier being like, okay, hopefully this chat bot or this AI can answer your question. But of course, if you have a pressing issue, say, get referred to a customer representative, get referred to a human, however you want to word it, that way you can get your inquiry pushed forward. The second thing, and I've mentioned this on a lot of videos, I call it first contact. This is something I've noticed is that if you have a dispute, even could be a minor one, a major one, whatever, with a passenger, I always suggest contacting Lyft first. I do think this is important, and that's why I want to do this video, because I've heard so many stories, and I've talked about them, that you and a passenger get into a dispute, and the passenger says something or makes something up to retaliate against you as a driver. And what happens is like, say, Lyft contacts you and says, hey, so this passenger said this, and you're like, whoa, that never happened. Now your back is against the wall. It's like he said this, well, she said this situation, one of those things where it's like a verbal disagreement, and you're trying to prove your point, right? Or which does happen a lot as well. Let's say you go to sign on the next day, you go to drive as you do normally, and your account's deactivated because this one passenger said something, and Lyft says, okay, well, we got to kind of investigate this situation. We got to kind of investigate this issue because there are, of course, bad drivers out there. Make sure you always contact Lyft first. The amount of times and stories I've seen on this channel or I've heard from drivers of them being like, yeah, I got into this dispute with a passenger. They were very drunk. They were just being rambunctious. They were being very rude. They left the car and they told Lyft, hey, my driver was drunk. And the Lyft says, oh, shoot. I mean, because there are, of course, unfortunately, drunk drivers out there who do drive for Lyft. This actually just happened. And so Lyft says, okay, well, one, we're going to contact you and ask you all these questions. And then two, of course, which is even worse, they're going to deactivate your account out of safety. And now let's say you're out of work for, like, say, a week, especially if you rely on Lyft. As you can imagine, not the position you want to be in. So one thing I do suggest, like I said, in addition to just asking for customer support like a human, in case, you want your inquiry to be pushed forward, which of course you want it to. But two, if you have any dispute where you're like, okay, could this turn into a situation? I do suggest contacting Lyft, saying, hey, Lyft, I just want to let you know, hopefully this gets put forward to a customer representative. I had this passenger, we had a dispute, they were very drunk, they were very rude, they were doing X, Y, and Z. I just want to let you know just because I thought it was a safety issue. I thought it was they were hitting on me and I felt uncomfortable. They were doing this, and this. Let Lyft know right away. If anything, if let's say that passenger gets out of your car and you're like, wow, that was not a normal ride, they were not acting appropriately, I would immediately contact Lyft. That way, one, Lyft knows and that situation will be taken care of. And two, if that passenger tries to retaliate, you have already kind of given the first contact to Lyft, which puts you in the better position.